Hello everyone, I am GXZ. I came back from work after 7 p.m. and now I'm starting to cook. This rice was brought over from my hometown in Hunan during the May Day Labor Day holiday, and I haven't finished it yet. I use an electric rice cooker, which is a product from several years ago. To be honest, this rice cooker takes a bit longer to cook, so I need to start cooking first and then prepare for cooking. When cooking with an electric rice cooker, be sure to dry off any water stains. Otherwise, it may damage the rice cooker when it is plugged in for cooking. Even a small amount of water stains can cause the rice cooker to sizzle. Many rice cookers used to cook for 20 minutes, but this product takes 40 minutes. Sometimes I feel that this time is too long, and it is not easy to use when cooking gruel because the cooked congee is not soft enough. Now take out the vegetables from the refrigerator. Usually buying vegetables is done at the supermarket, at the intersection, or through mobile app shopping apps. The dishes I'm going to cook tonight are laffa stir-fried eggs and stir-fried beef tendon meat, both of which are my favorite dishes. Especially, beef tendon meat is very delicious to eat. It was brought over from home during the holiday before, and only the last piece is left. Loofah needs to be peeled off with a scraper first, and then cut into small pieces with a rolling cutter. It does not need to be blanched. Some people may blanch it to make it easier to fry. In restaurants, for freshness and tenderness, sometimes oil is added on one side. Silk melons must be carefully selected. Do not eat those that are too old. They must be tender to be sweet. This type of silk melon is called watermelon in many places. The chili I bought is screw green pepper. I feel that chili is very expensive, $1 per kilogram, which is much more expensive than chili in small cities. Chili needs to be patted with a kitchen knife before stir-frying, which makes it more delicious and flavorful. This is usually done for Hunan cuisine. The dinner in the rented room, whether it was laffa or beef, was either a rare delicacy or a peaceful and ordinary one. After finishing eating, leaning back in the chair, the water in the cup still warm, thinking about tomorrow's lunchbox, also having a place to go. I don't seem so anxious anymore. Days are like this, passing day by day between the chopping board and the frying pan, steaming hot. Now take out the egg, which is also a homemade egg brought from my hometown in Hunan. Boil 7 or 8 eggs in one go because the volume of this egg is relatively small, unlike the large eggs bought from outside. Moreover, it may have been shaken for a long time when brought in, so eat it early to avoid spoilage, which would be too wasteful. Young people cook mainly for cleanliness and hygiene, so they need to wash their hands frequently. I'll add some salt to this egg and stir it first, so it won't forget when I make it later. Don't add too much salt, just a little bit, because when stir-frying the laffa later, you will continue to add salt. If you add too much, it will be too salty. Now we are cutting beef tendon meat, which is stored in the freezer layer of the refrigerator. Before cutting, you can thaw it first, otherwise it will be difficult to cut. After that, wash the cutting board and knife. This kitchen is too small to have a lot of space for kitchen utensils, so we have to tidy up first. The knife and cutting board must be cleaned in a timely manner to avoid bacterial growth. And when cutting different dishes, remember to pay attention to the order. I used an iron pan. I used many nonstick pans before, but I felt that the lifespan of nonstick pans was too short and not durable, so I finally switched to an iron pan. Iron pans can be used to stir-fry dishes over high heat without worrying. When stir-frying eggs, you can heat the oil at high temperature and pour in chicken egg mixture, which will cause the eggs to rapidly expand and become very fragrant. Don't turn it quickly. When the bottom is shaped and the surface is still flowing, gently push it from the edge with a shovel to let the uncut egg liquid flow to the bottom of the pot. Repeat it for 2 or 3 times, and the whole egg cakes will be layered and tender. If you want it to be more fluffy, you can add half a spoonful of warm water to the egg mixture, and the eggs will be softer when laid out. If you like the burnt aroma, fry it for a while longer to make the edges turn golden and crispy. When cooking, cut it into pieces or serve it directly as a whole, and the hot air is wrapped in the egg fragrance. Whether eaten alone or with congee or sandwiched cakes, it has the most simple sense of steadfastness. The braised cow tendon has been lying in the refrigerator for several days, and finally, it's its turn to appear tonight. When taken out, it still carries a chill, and when cut into thin slices, clear textures can be seen. The tendon flowers are like amber-colored threads embedded in the meat, exuding a solid texture. Screw pepper was picked at the vegetable stall at the entrance of the alley in the evening. It is not big but full, and it feels stiff when pinched. When cutting circles, the fingertips are dipped in a slightly spicy juice, mixed with minced garlic, and cooked until fragrant. In the moment when the hot oil splashes, the spiciness and meat aroma collide, and the air in the kitchen becomes fresh. The beef tendon itself has already been seasoned. Just stir-fry over high heat to make the surface slightly charred and fragrant, then drizzle with soy sauce to enhance freshness. Sprinkle a little salt to balance the spiciness. The Sichuan peppercorns should not be stir-fried for too long. Once they are broken, they can be kept crispy and tender. Otherwise, if they lose their momentum, they will not be able to suppress the richness of the beef. Before serving, grab a handful of chopped scallions and toss them in. Flip them twice before putting them on a plate. The hot air is wrapped in a fragrant aroma that hits your face, and even your breath is filled with the smell of fireworks. Paired with a bowl of white rice, when the spiciness awakens the tongue, one can also taste the braised and sweet flavor hidden in the meat. When eating, I don't care about talking and only focus on picking up vegetables and peeling rice. I even want to scrape off the oil stars on the bottom of the plate with rice, as if this is the way to live up to this simple yet thoughtful dinner. Silk gourd stir-fried eggs are a home-cooked dish that goes from a snack to a big one, and it's almost effortless to make. When peeling loofah, be careful not to peel it too thick and leave a little light green skin. Stir-frying it will make the taste more crispy and tender. Cut into pieces and soak in clean water to prevent oxidation and blackening. Beat the eggs and add a few drops of cooking wine to remove the fishy smell, then add a little salt and stir well. Put less oil in the pan, pour in the egg mixture first, quickly spread it with chopsticks, stir-fry until it has just solidified, and then remove it. This way the eggs will be tender, smooth, and not too old. The remaining base oil does not need to be washed. Simply stir-fry the luffa, add half a bowl of water, cover the pot, and let it simmer for 2 minutes. When the luffa becomes soft, sticky, and transparent, pour the eggs back and gently stir until evenly mixed before serving. This dish doesn't have any complicated seasoning. It's just the sweetness of the luffa itself and the freshness of the eggs. Paired with the heavy-mouthed stir-fried beef tendon just now, it just relieves the spiciness and balances the taste buds. After finishing, put the dishes into the sink. Squeeze some dishwashing detergent to slowly clean them, and then wipe the stove and tabletop with a cloth. The kitchen has been restored to a tidy appearance. Boil a pot of hot water, brew yourself a cup of light green tea, and sit by the window daydreaming for a while. The street lights downstairs lit up, and the distant high-rise buildings were still flashing sporadic lights. But at this moment, the little nest was very quiet. Only the gurgling sound of a kettle boiling water and the sound of one's own breathing. On such a night, there were no grand stories or achievements worth showing off. As an ordinary person struggling in Shenzhen, I took care of my stomach and emotions in the simplest way possible. Tomorrow, I have to wake up early to squeeze into the subway and face a new job. But at least tonight, this homemade dinner makes me feel that life is peaceful and warm. After finishing dinner quickly, it is important to wash the bowl inside and not procrastinate. Otherwise, it will be getting later and there will be no time to do other things. Especially, don't keep scrolling through your phone. Otherwise, you won't want to wash dishes anymore. Another thing to note is not to use too much detergent when washing the iron pot, and not to use a steel wire ball to scrape it too clean. Otherwise, the iron pot is very easy to rust, and when frying eggs, it is very easy to stick to the pot, which is definitely the result we do not want to see. Thank you very much for watching. If possible, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.